Okay, and then I think 我又俾咗好多呢啲咁樣嘅 ，these are frames, okay? These are frames that I give. I think some of you have black, some of you have silver, okay? And then I give you a lot of, not a lot, I give you a bunch of stickers or like flowers or whatever, like for example, like these ones, okay, like I know I gave quite a bit to you guys. I gave a lot of these labels. They're white. Some of them are in this material, and this is called vellum, okay? Vellum. I don't know what it is in Chinese. 好似 it feel like 膠嚟嘅，但係你可以剪嘅，你都可以 actually 如果你搣可以搣爛嘅。Okay, yeah, Angela K has one of those, and actually 你哋好多人都有 ，okay? But 呢啲係 just different paper.
Okay.
I just want to get you guys exposed to all different kind of papers because really in scrapbooking I think 50% is about paper. And 呢啲係 stickers 嚟嘅 ，OK？ and 有啲 stickers 咧，譬如如果你度有個咁樣嘅蝴蝶咧 ，OK？ 呢個 sticker 後邊你係要自己加啲膠水哦 adhesive I mean to say，OK？ 你要用呢個 ，OK？ 但係有一啲係真係 sticker 嚟嘅 ，so anyways， 如果唔 stick 嘅 sticker 咁啊加膠水 ，and then that's very simple。and 呢啲係叫 label，OK？ 呢啲 label 係。More like is to put along and underneath a picture or around a picture to put something that you want to put in. Yeah, whatever recording, okay? So 嗱呢啲咁嘅呢啲全部都係 stickers, okay? 咁我即係我俾咗人有一紮，我都唔知邊個攞邊紮 but that's okay. The point is to you guys have a little bit of things to play with, okay? Okay, and then 我有俾I also give you guys ribbon, right?
Yes.
有少少 ribbon, yeah.咁 I'll just show you slowly like what all these things are. 嗱有一啲嘢咧係 3D 嘅，即係係會凸起嘅 ，and that's okay, okay? That's part of the scrapbooking. It is really fun when 你有啲 3D 嘅，好似呢一啲 sticker 係 3D 嚟嘅 ，okay? I'm sure in your group I have people who would get 3D stickers. They actually so I talked about that last week. They 有好多 3D 嘅嘢 on a page. Your finished page will be a little bit thicker than just a flat. 嗱呢個嘢 vellum 啦，我都唔 OK， 我揾到。Let me get a piece of black paper.
Yeah, we have the ribbon. I call it the ribbon, right?
Yeah, I gave you some ribbon. So for example, like these, okay, these are vellum again, okay. Oh, I think this background is better to work with.
Yes.
Oh, I know one thing. So by somebody asked, well, I think it was Spring who asked for a list of basic material for scrapbooking. 咁我 send 咗出去俾阿 May， 我唔知阿 May 有冇 send 俾你哋。
I haven't received it yet.
Okay, I think May something is going on. She used to be very efficient, but anyways, okay, because I don't have your individual email, so I apologize. So I'm gonna remind her again to send it out because I did send it out to her. I have it right here, but I can't send it to you even as I sit on the computer because I don't have your email address. Anyways,
good excuse.
Elaine?
Yes.
Angela.
Yes.
我 OK， 我有一個呢啲咧，我唔知點樣用啊，係咪？
呢個係個呢個呢個係你 OK， 如果你有幅相，係你打開嗰個，你壓落去咧，佢就係雙面膠嚟，
就有得膠下。我先頭以為要搣出嚟，好似我冇搣。
冇搣，冇嘢。呢個你就咁一拉落去，
一拉落去佢就係啦，出嚟啦呢個。咁咧呢個咧，
哦，我俾呢個你咩？呢個係上一次㗎啦，係咪咧？
係上一次咯，我得上一次嘢，唔係呢嘢。
嗱，你而家手上揸住嗰啲咧，就係等於呢啲 ，OK， 呢啲叫 Washi Tape，OK？OK。And you have a Washi Tape there. I'm glad you have that one。呢個你就 just 拉出嚟，佢就連。但係 washi tape 嗰個特色咧就係佢唔係好黐嘅 ，even though 佢係有佢係 self adhesive。嗱，好似我呢啲咁樣，呢個 washi tape 係個好幼 ，OK？ 但係咧，嗱，我可以 show 俾你睇 ，washi tape 咧 is quite cheap。嗱，黐落去 ，right？ 咁搣咗出嚟，但係咧佢唔係好黐嘅。點解咧？我同時咧，除非你咁 ，OK， 除非你擺喺個 scrap page 嗰度 ，and 你 put it into the protector，right？ 我上次講過，你哋有我知道你哋冇 protector。I think that's another thing I need to say。protector 就係喺個 page 嘅後邊呢度係有個呢個袋嘅，你睇唔睇到呢個袋？
係啦。
你睇你嗰啲 washi tape 喺個 page 嘅裏邊嘅時候咧 ，it's okay， 佢唔會走咗去。但係 over time 咧，佢其實因為佢係好唔黐嘅，你睇我可以用隻手咧一搣就搣翻起㗎啦。咁搣翻起咧有個好處就係佢亦都唔會黐爛你啲嘢。OK，so you know the adhesive level 係好弱嘅啫，所以你掹佢咁就 OK 嘅，冇事嘅。OK， 咁你手上揸住嗰個就叫做 washi tape。今次我冇俾 washi tape 你哋。第一 ，Angela 揸住嗰個係上一屆嘅，我已經清晒啦，冇晒啦。So she got some， 但係呢？係
咪呢個即係整嗰幅相幅相擠個邊嗰度啊？
可以 ，you can use it anyway. Really, you can use it anyway. That's the thing with scrapbooking， 冇一樣嘢話係你只可以咁做 ，OK？For example， 嗱，我呢個 washi tape 咧，呢個 washi tape 好靚嘅，呢個 washi tape 係日本嘅 ，OK？ 嗱，我俾你睇少少，係好闊嘅 ，OK？ 好闊嘅，你睇唔睇幾闊啊 ？Right？ 因為呢個 washi tape 咁幼，我呢個 washi tape 好闊 ，OK？ 你睇唔睇啊？好闊嘅。嗱，呢個 washi tape 咁闊嘅 ，OK？ 咁呢個 washi tape 好靚嘅，咁所以 washi tape 有好多種嘅 ，OK？ 佢有啲幼嘅，呢個係粗啲嘅。我呢度有成盒 washi tape， 有一啲咧，嗱，你睇呢啲係咁樣嘅，所以嗰個款式就係根本冇辦法俾你睇晒啦。呢一個其實一個係，如果我搣開佢咧，佢後邊係有膠，佢可以就咁樣黐落去嘅。所以 there's so many things on the marketplace，don't worry about it。你見到中意你就買 ，OK？ 但係唔係樣樣嘢 work exactly same。呢啲全部可以做 border，OK？What I meant by border is like 係愛嚟捆邊又得，好似頭先 Angela 話你可以捆你幅相，但係我而家俾個例子你，因為 washi tape 唔係好黐，所以我用 washi tape 嗰個機會係我好少用 washi tape， 我應該話 OK， 我中意，但係我唔係好常用。嗱，呢一條係 washi tape，I don't know if it means anything。呢一條係 washi tape 嚟㗎 ，OK？It's just好 plain 嘅，好幼嘅 ，OK？ 但因為我係有個 protector， 咁我唔會走去揾隻手搞佢，或者冇嘢擦到佢，所以佢就會黐實咗，咁我就唔理佢噶啦。但係我就要提你哋，如果你 washi tape 其實 washi tape 嘅用法，嗰啲人 journaling，I don't know if you understand what journaling is， 即係自己寫日記，有日記簿，嗰啲人好中意揾啲 washi tape 黏啲嘢 for whatever reason。咁因為嗰啲咧唔係 scrapbooking 咧，佢好多時佢會摸下咧就甩晒出嚟。Okay, so that's what washi tape is. Okay, going back to the labels. So I know I given label like this. So these are actually looking like a label. So again, these vellum, certain pen or like gel pen would not stick, just so that you know, because it's more plastic. Okay, so you use either yeah, you have to find a pen that will stick. 如果唔係，同埋咧，如果你用咧，你寫之後咧，你會見到佢擰立立咧，即係濕嘅。OK， when it's wet, then put down a piece of paper and blot it to dry it. Otherwise, over time 你摸下咧，佢一下糊晒，一下咧就直情甩晒。OK，so that's the vellum 嗰個。可能
佢啲字咧面頭有啲蠟咧。
係啦，冇錯。
咁如果你用啲水筆啊，啲 water pen 咧，佢會得㗎啦。會係啦，要 soft
除非你用有一啲我你用 felt pen 啦 ，OK，felt pen works。felt pen 一寫完之後咧，其實 take a piece of paper， 好似 blotter 咁印佢，等佢索咗啲水，咁佢就即係盡量唔好摸佢。 但因為 scrapbook 最緊要一樣嘢，好多嘢你做到好即係點講，即係好幼細嘅嘢唔緊要嘅，因為你有呢個袋咧，你就插咗落去咧，就即係保護晒佢。所以嗱，so I'm gonna say today， 我 pack 嘅時候，因為阿 May 叫我 pack 俾你哋嗰陣時好急我冇俾你哋任何人呢啲嗰啲所謂 protector，OK？如果你哋要 protective sheet 咧，please email me and she will forward to me and I will have to gather some protective sheet。因為我哋有我俾咗12張紙你哋，我俾咗6張紙你哋，我係 expect 如果你哋用晒時候，你係會有3個呢啲圖，呢啲膠套，空嘅膠套。就全部12乘12寸呢個係 standard 嘅，所以 you don't need to worry about the size。我唔會做 I would not do 8.5 by 11 simply because 8.5 by 11嗰個尺寸擠相係好難擠，我覺得可以，當然可以，但係我覺得因為12同12咧係好 symmetrical 嘅，所以擠相多數係 it actually works much easier and much nicer。OK， 所以 that's why 我俾晒嗰啲係12 by 12 paper 俾你哋，但係如果你哋見到有 8.5 by 11嘅 album 喺 marketplace 度賣係平嘅咧，如果你喜歡咧 ，go ahead do it please，OK？因為 scrap paper 咧 ，scrapbook paper 嗰啲即係呢啲就叫 scrapbook paper， 即係嗰字佢係 come in 8.5 by 11，OK？Just so that you know。OK， so 今日我會講少少 framing。上個禮拜我未講晒 framing， 我就話 everything you frame。But for example, let me get an example first. It's more about the paper. In your package, you have some smaller sizes paper. I give you some like I think they're more 4 by 6 sheets, okay?And so if you have a picture， 如果你有幅相係4乘6嘅咧，你要剪嗰幅相啦 ，right？ 你要剪低佢，每邊剪係1/4寸，即係 total 半寸去咗上同下 ，OK？Like vertical and horizontal. Cut off half an inch and then you will have a nice 1/4 inch all around。咁呢個係好 basic conventional 嘅 framing。但係譬如話你有一張紙 ，and usually 咧，我講紙就係、唔係咁嘅正式紙，如果正式紙你話好多唔 care。但係譬如話你有 OK，even then， 譬如你有幅咁嘅嘢 ，OK， 你有幅相，你有一幅相係啱唔夠位 ，OK，for example， 譬如你有幅相，你話我想鑲佢，咁點算咧咁 ？So you know you don't have enough room， 但係你又想鑲佢喎嗱 ，usually 就咁啦 ，right？ 咁啊 quarter，OK？ 但係你當你唔夠嘅時候，咁啊突咗出嚟。咁 I don't know about other people，but 我好 picky 啊，我就 I don't like it 。我就想 this is my style. I have to make it as I have to like state it because 唔係人嘅 style 一樣嘅。我中意就係好 symmetrical 嘅嘢，即係好四正嘅。兩邊有，我會 show you 一幅 the one page that I did that is not symmetrical。咁所以咧，如果我有唔夠紙嘅時候點算咧？咁一個咁嘅時候就好容易就話，你就將佢打斜角嚟鑲。What I mean is， 你要4邊都有嘛 ，right？ 咁呢邊冇嘛，咁唔緊要。嗱，我講我用 cutter，OK， 因為 cutter 快好多 ，OK。我度下呢幅相幾多寸？我知道我要咁 ，OK， 我都知，我唔使度我都知啊。我因為呢度唔夠位，我就會喺呢度打。
Hello, Elaine, can you speak English? Because I don't understand Cantonese.
Okay,
Sorry
sure.
about that.
Okay,
Sorry.
no problem. Okay,
Thank you.
no problem. Okay, if the 如果講中文嗰啲唔明我講咩出聲 ，OK， 我會再 repeat. Okay, so if you don't have enough paper, what you do is I still want 4 corners covered. So all you do is you take this, you take it corner to corner. So I'm going to show you right away. I'm going to cut it corner to corner. see if it can. I hope this is showing up for you, okay? But once I do once, you will understand. I cut 4 of these on this, like this. And basically, I'm gonna frame them like that. Can you see what I'm doing? Can you guys see what I'm doing?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So because you don't have the length or the width of it, you do 2 strips that covered just even 3/4 of a side. And you do a diagonal cut and make it into 2 long triangles. That's what it is, okay? So I'm gonna do this again. And you don't need it to be really, really long, because the point is that is to make use of paper when you don't have enough paper, okay? That's very important. Otherwise, you're gonna waste a lot of big sheets of paper and you keep cutting it out for framing. And that actually is not very economical. See, so what I did is I cut a strip this long, about the length of the picture, but then I do a diagonal cut, 角對角咁切 ，OK， 變咗2個三角形 ，OK， 嗱2個三角形 ，then I have a frame。
Yeah, great.
嗱，咁有 frame， 咁咧你可以諗下 ，you be a little bit more artistic，OK？ You don't need to be exactly square and square, okay? You can do something like, you can do one that is, you can tilt it. And if you tilt it, my symmetrical idea is that I will tilt it too. Now, it really depends on what you have on the page, because the determination is not so much one way is better than the other. Sometimes you have a big piece of paper and you have a little picture. And what I do is I make a big triangle and set it in the middle. Then because it's the eye that catch it, that's the whole idea, okay? It's all about perception, okay? Art is all about perception. So your eye catch it and go, oh, that looks good, and that's it, okay? So this is, there are many ways of framing. There are many ways of trying to use strips and strips of paper. This is the reason why it's called scrapbooking, because you work with scraps, okay? 英，你明唔明我講咩啊？你明唔明我講咩？
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. 你個 microphone off, but that's okay. 如果你唔明出聲 please, okay?
我明。
你明係咪啊？
你而家即係呢個整個 frame 啊，你唔教會啊，整個
係啦，
冇錯個 frame。
Thank you. Yeah. So the main point is that you don't have enough paper, okay? Now that's one way of framing. So I do a lot of that because actually I just learned that as I go along. I thought, man, I don't have enough paper. Like, and sometimes 有啲紙好靚，我就話 wow, you know, you cover it all. Think about it. You cover it all, and then underneath 人哋睇唔到，但係 your paper is gone, right? So I start to get a little cheap. I said, I'm gonna make good use of my paper. And in some ways, sometimes if you have a big piece of paper like that, and I'm not talking about this piece of paper, this is just a piece of plain paper. 但係如果你有時有啲紙好靚嘅，譬如話有一張紙 ，OK。This scrapbooking is really part of the fun is 有啲紙真係好靚嘅 ，OK。譬如有幅咁嘅嘢，你話好中意，我好中意呢度嗰啲雲嗰啲 is like a marble, right？ 咁如果擺幅相上去咧，咁啊幾嘥咧 ，right？ 切晒佢，咁啊掟晒。咁啊 ，this is how I start being cheap。我就切個邊啊 ，OK。So now this requires a little measuring, and so this is where this cutter would come in。呢個 cutter 咧係可以俾你睇到呢條係 cut 線嚟嘅，嗰把刀喺呢度落去 ，OK。但係咧兩邊係有個把尺 ，on both sides there are the ruler, OK。So what happened is that I'm gonna cut a hole and then put my picture on top to create a frame, and yet I would save whatever that I like in the middle. Do you understand what I'm saying? 即係我會整一個框，但係中間喺後邊冇人睇到噶嘛，穿咗個窿嘅，攞翻嗰張紙我中意嗰度留翻起佢。So now I'm gonna see if I can demonstrate, OK？ 嗱呢一張紙唔係咁靚嘅啫 ，but I'm just gonna do it for demonstration sake, OK？ 嗱this is not the paper that I would want to say. OK， 譬如話呢張紙係咁，你好想咁多嗰啲心仔， 但係咧你又唔想用晒佢 ，OK？So 咁你就用呢個 technique 啦。So I'm gonna measure my picture。呢幅相係幾多寸咧 ？OK， 我把大架。I think 呢一張係雖然呢張舊相係5寸乘3寸半啊。嗱呢啲係舊款嘅相，呢幅相好舊啊。呢幅相幾時㗎？我都唔知啊。係我爸爸退休，所以起碼有成40年。Anyways， 咁呢一幅相佢嗰個長度係5寸 ，and then 3寸半。OK， 你咁諗啦，你要嗰個框要 at least 有5寸乘3寸半，因為如果我可以 cut 少少，因為呢一個啲舊相係你記得以前沖啲相出嚟 ，in the old pictures。They used to have a rim, right? 但係而家啲新相已經冇㗎啦 right? So anyway, whatever you want to show, you want to create something like this. You want to create something like this, something that. Bear with me. I need to find my things. This is I told you earlier. I gave you guys some of this, right? 我有人攞過呢啲相係咪？呢啲框 ，OK？ 呢框已經係剪好咗嘅 ，OK？ 但你自己可以整個咁嘅框，就係你要剪呢個窿出嚟。When you want to do something like that, you have to have a cutter because if you use scissors， 如果你用鉸剪嘅時候咧，你係剪唔到咁靚，同埋你係剪唔到咁順嘅 ，OK？ 所以呢個 cutter 咧嗱，我知道佢要3寸，咁我就諗啦，3寸以外，我想要有個半寸嘅框 on this cutter on the top here on this side of the cut there's 1 inch 喺呢個把刀嘅呢一邊 OK 我呢個係對住你哋 OK 有1寸我要攞半寸位咁我就將呢張紙擺喺個半寸個位嗰度 OK 我亦都想上邊又有半寸咁我就擺低嘅時候咧呢度有把尺 OK 我就落到佢去半寸OK， 落去半寸。頭先我幾多寸啊？嗰幅相，嗰幅相係3寸半嘅。OK， 咁我就要落3寸半。咁我整個窿啦 ，right？OK， 咁我落3寸半。OK， 半寸加3寸半就係4寸，所以呢個位就去到4寸。OK， 因為呢度有半寸冇剪嘅，去到4寸。OK， 所以之後半寸到4寸，中間3寸半。OK， 調轉佢，3寸半呢個係5寸，咁即係我要呢個嗰把尺出咗嚟啦。OK， 呢個3寸半呢邊咧，我要佢5寸。咁喺呢度咧，我又係俾佢半寸一樣，因為兩邊都半寸啦 ，right？Actually， 我應該喺呢個位 ，sorry， 我呢個已經剪咗嘅，所以我應該喺呢個位開始。I need to cut it。我呢個有冇半寸？呢個有6寸，哦 good，OK， 呢度有6寸長，咁我就上邊又係落半寸。又係一樣落半寸，去到下邊上呢度半寸，即係5寸半。OK， I hope I'm doing this right. Where am I? Where's my other sheet? Oh, okay, it is right. 因為呢個已經剪咗 ，OK， 呢度上面剪咗，所以我由呢度落去。又係半寸同半寸，去到半寸。因為你落到嚟嘅時候咧，你會睇唔到，因為呢一個係已經係剪咗 ，OK。我呢個界咧就係、是、一路去到呢度睇到同佢 end up 一樣，你 line up，sorry。So that see I cut it already, okay? So I'm going to finish cutting the other side, okay? So basically it's the same. This is a little challenging because I'm showing you upside down. So I'm very worried that I might make a mistake, but But if I do it right side up, then I wouldn't worry because I'm used to doing this right side up, not upside down. So this shows the goodness of this cutter is because you can do this kind of cutting and you end up with something like that. Whereas, so there's at 5.5 and I move it all the way up and hold it at 1/2 inch. Okay, don't cut all the way. Otherwise you're going to cut off your rim. And this one you can also check because you have another 1/2 inch on this side of the cutter. So you know that if you line up at 1/2 inch now is much easier because this is too. Okay, that's it. Now, of course, then you have to clean this up because you need to cut off 1/2 inch here. And if you want to create something like that, then you don't even need to cut off the bottom, okay? The bottom here, you can, for the bottom, you can put flowers, I don't care. It's a frame this big, you can put words on it. Okay, let me find my picture first. You can I think but you get the picture, okay? If it's the frame is even smaller, it would actually be able to cover up Gogo frame that you can tuck it in here. Okay, so this one's cut slightly a little bit too big because I should make an allowance for the white to be covered. Okay, so that's how you make a frame, and then guess what? Pretending that's a nice piece of paper, you saved it. Okay, 如果呢張紙係你好中意咧，你就攞返咁多出嚟。Okay, and of course then you can use it whatever you like. Okay, so this is one way of framing. Okay, and I really like this way of framing, not only because it's safe paper, but it just see, you can tell if I cut this off, then it's an even frame. But if I don't, I have something like that, and here with more embellishment, I can make it really nice. Let me show you something. I'm sorry, you won't have the equipment, but let me just show you the possibility. Let me just show you the possibility of this, okay? Let's see. So this is a punch, okay? These punches are, I think you can buy these punches. Usually you can find them at dollar store. This particular punch, I was in London. In London, the dollar store,我去揾啲咁嘅嘢. Okay, so now you can embellish this, you can cut this because you have the space, right? So you can have a very nice frame made. Now, ladies, this is the kind of thing that I would love to do with you, because 你哋個個可以輪流用，又唔使個個走去買一個 punch。And I hope soon, because nobody got sick during this pandemic. We lived through it. Look at this.
Beautiful.
Isn't this nice?
Yeah, very nice.
Exactly. So then, so if you have space, you can do that, right? But 你話我唔中意，你都要 cut 咗佢，咁 cut 咗佢咯。But the point is that you can frame pictures, and framing pictures actually take your whole scrap page one level up. Okay. So I'm a big believer in framing. 因為你好多相， I mean, it's funny too because 以前舊好似話30年前嗰啲相咧 they all come with a frame 我唔知嗰陣時佢哋做 scrapbooking 即係 but at least for me 已經 frame 咗啦，總之就又走去 frame 咧咁。但係 nowadays all the pictures have no frame, so but I think you can order it with frame. But again, I mean, of course 呢個 frame 幾時都靚過啲咁嘅 frame 啦 ，right? So yeah. Okay, so scrapbooking that, yeah. So you should save your scraps. In I have actually a bag. I have actually 5 different bags. I save them by color division so that you can go to the red bag, you can go to the yellow bag, the blue bag, and the green bag, and all kinds of paper, the same type of color, just throw it in there. Because someday you go, I don't care for this, and you throw it away. And I find out next week, I go, oh, I just threw away all my yellow paper. So, okay, these are really garbage. So, okay. Now let's talk a little bit. So this is framing. Okay, framing is, and I think Angela was saying that you can frame pictures with washi tape, definitely. Okay, you can frame it, but be very careful though. Your pictures, I said last week about being on acid. These tape are the ones that you use. Do not ever use Scotch tape. Okay， 唔好用嗰啲通膠紙。OK， 即係譬如包禮物嗰啲普通膠紙，因為嗰啲膠紙係有 acid 嘅，有酸性喺度嘅。啲酸性會整到你啲相咧，即係 over time 咧，佢會走色嘅。So if you use washi tape, okay, make sure that you come away from the picture. Okay， 即係don't put the tape on the picture, but put the tape along the side of the picture so that the acid does not bleed into the picture. That's the idea. Okay, and near the tape you can use safely on picture because it's non-acidic. Okay. Okay. Let me talk a little bit about small pictures, and I'm talking about. I think today I think more about old pictures. The reason is, I've just been asked to make an album for a lady who turned 60 this year. So she gave me really old pictures of herself. And so these are very nice pictures from the past. And actually the quality is very good because佢冇拐到同埋冇乜轉色。But the thing is 佢哋嘅 size 咁細嘅時候咧，我就會 recommend you scan it and enlarge it. Okay? That's one way, because old pictures 太細，你可以有啲幅相幾大隻嘅，好細嘅。之前即係有啲相，呢啲係直情係啲咩相啊？我睇到係嗰啲古老時候嗰啲相譜啊，嗰啲相佢晒出嚟俾你哋嗰啲咁大幅相，咁大幅相唔知愛嚟做咩咧？咁細幅。But anyways, you might want to spend a little bit of money, depend on how valuable that image is. 你去 London drugstore 你叫佢放大佢。The reason is 我試過揾呢啲，我就 scan 咗佢 ，and then 我放大 to a certain point 咧 ，because your pixels 即係裏邊嘅微粒啊，俾你發大咗之後，嗰幅相就蒙晒，你個 image 就睇得唔靚。OK， 所以如果你嘥幾蚊雞你去 London drugstore 佢會同你放大 ，and it's very nice. Then I would, you can probably 放大到 at least to 譬如3 inch by, instead of 4.5 by 6, do a 4.5 by 3. But because it's done professionally, then your image will be retained. Okay.
Elaine,
sorry.
Question.
Yes.
Okay, I only got one of these and it's very little, right? So when I tried to go to the dollar shop, I couldn't find it. And then if in case I finish this one, can I use this can for glue?
Tacky glue, yes. Did you say did it say non-acidic on the bottle? As long as it say non-acidic.
You mean it has to be acidic?
No, non-acidic.
No, non-acidic. Yeah, they didn't say it.
Okay. You can go and look for tacky glue that are non-acidic because this is really the main thing. one of the problem with putting a wet glue on pictures is that your picture might buckle over time. You know what I mean by buckling? 即係拱起啊！
講起下，
因為佢濕啊 ，OK？glue 嘅本身因為同係濕嘅嘢佢有水分咧，同紙嗰個混合咧 ，it will make it buckle, and that's what you don't want with pictures. Okay, it's really about saving the quality of your pictures. But
因為呢個glue咧係比其他嗰啲glue係貴啲啲。
係，我知道，因為呢個 glue 呢個 glue 我哋係愛嚟整 album 嘅 ，OK？ 整 album 我可以成個 build 成個 album 係用嗰隻 tacky glue。Actually 嗰隻 tacky glue，the one you're holding is very nice. Okay, yeah, that is really that's actually.
即係如果 in case 冇呢啲都可以用呢啲暫時代替下。
Yeah， 佢有啲一卷卷嘅。Tell you what, ladies. I think underneath this, underneath your Zoom, there is a link. There's a chat. Can you guys see that? There's a chat area. If you just send it to me, if you don't want everybody to see, you can click on the chat, and you go to. Am I on there? Where am I? I must be on. Oh, I see. I can't see myself, but you guys can see me. I think it's Elaine Lai. Okay. You send me your email.
Okay.
Send me your email, and what I would do is I would copy those email. I would send you that list of things that I sent to May. I think she's very busy, so that's why I don't. I would ask her again because on that link I send it to her, and I show you guys that you can buy these kind of tape online. This is the double-sided tape. Okay, the Suk Wang. I think I talked about Suk Wang last week, right? Yeah. 我喺 Amazon 嗰度，我揾到 ，OK， 你每一次買5卷，但係唔係太差，個價錢唔係太差，好過你買一卷就貴好多。咁 because if you're seriously thinking about doing this scrapbooking in the long term, this is the one thing you use the most. I mean, 我都唔知用咗幾多嘅 I lost count. Yeah, 所以呢個其實係 for you to try out, and the ladies in Calgary, they all got 2 this time because last time I realized I give you 1 is really not useful. I think you'll be done after 3 pages.
I know.
So it's not economical and it's not sustainable. Yeah. So actually, this is the last thing I would buy from a dollar store because it's actually quite expensive. It's only I think it's 26 feet. I don't even know if it says so. But anyway, 拉兩拉就冇咗啦, okay? So this is like when you absolutely have nothing and you're dying to do scrapbooking, you buy it. Otherwise, I don't ever buy this, okay? Because it doesn't last. I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, okay. So I want to show you. I want to show you an example of a small picture being made big. Okay. 呢幅相咧都係得4 by 6 嘅啫。But this is done on a page of 12 by 12. Okay. Now this is what you call multiple layers of framing. Okay, let me just pull it out. It's easier to pull it up. Okay. Now, this picture itself is only 4.5 by 6. But do you see how big it looks like when it sits on it? And the reason is because it's triple frame, okay? Around this picture, there is a frame of an 1/8 inch. 呢度係1/8寸啫。So 你張相你個幅相嘅嗰個闊同長咧加多1/4寸 ，okay? A 1/4 inch. When you move it into the center, you have an 1/8 of an inch frame. And then you put that on top of a solid frame, or maybe you can flip it. You can have a solid color and a pattern and a solid, or you can have pattern, solid, and pattern like I do. And you can actually continue, okay? There's no, well, I shouldn't say that. I suppose if you keep framing it, it will look ridiculous. 但係我想話唔需要驚太多層。如果你做得靚嘅咧，其實 framing 係好靚嘅 ，OK？ 咁你嗰幅相自然咧，佢自己 grow 緊嘅啦。你嗰幅相都係得4:6嘅啫，但係你望落去咧，因為我呢個而家其實呢個 is about 5 by 7嘅啦已經 ，OK？ 所以呢一個係個 is another eye trick, OK? 係 is kind of deceiving your own eyes, but it works. It really works, OK? 咁你睇到我用 polka dot， 咁呢個後邊就 polka dot。嗱，我唔知你睇唔睇到呢一個下邊呢個咧有個 polka dot ribbon 嘅 ，OK？ 嗱，呢啲就係咁樣配上去噶啦。咁所以話你哋買嘢咧，有陣時你就話你要睇下你自己有啲咩嘢。You have to look at what you have, OK? I know I have a polka dot ribbon. I know I have polka dot paper. So when I do it, I marry them together, OK? But don't go out particularly just to find something because it's really, really hard, OK? But once you have something, then it makes sense, then it will work, okay? So this is just a triple framing. If I really want to make it even bigger, I would do another solid color bag outside, and then another thin one to frame the solid, and then the pictures would grow, and it would actually look really nice. So this is a trick of some of the pictures are so small, I can make this and make it back into something like twice as big, and yet it's very interesting to look at, okay? So that's one way of framing, is to expand the picture by triple framing it, okay? Okay, let me show you some framing. Okay, so today is about framing and layout, okay? This one here, this picture, I don't know if you can see the detail of the picture. You see what this lady, how her dress look like? It's gold, 好似 lace 咁 right? Okay? 咁我有個 punch 咧，我就咁樣用啦，我就用咗佢。咁你望落嚟咧，如果你諗起咧就話，好似佢件衫咁。Okay? So these are very subjective because 我有嗰個 punch， 咁啱佢又着件咁嘅衫，我話得啦，我咪揾啲金色嘅紙。咁啊，全部金黑咪配佢咯。So when you do a layout 嘅時候咧 ，I think last week 我已經話 ，what kind of background paper do you pick？ 就係 you try to pull color from the picture。OK， 如果嗰幅相裏邊有啲咩色咧，你就攞嗰個色出嚟，你擺喺側邊咧 ，it won't go wrong。OK， 但係如果譬如呢一幅相 ，I mean 你而家你諗唔到咧，因為已經整咗。譬如你一幅相咁樣，我突然之間我擺嘅係綠色。咁你覺得好礙眼 ，because 都冇綠色嘅，咁突然之間無啦啦整啲綠色出嚟，或者你外邊你配色咧，配到好撈教咧 ，never more than 3 colors，OK？ 呢個係我嘅 rule of thumb。I'm not saying you should，OK？ 我嘅 rule of thumb is never more than 3 colors，because 一多過3個色時候咧，就會好混亂㗎啦 ，OK？ 我會覺得好混亂，或者人哋覺得好靚 ，that's OK。OK， 嗱呢啲咧係。紅色金色咁就全部紅色金色啦 ，OK， 全部紅色金色啦 ，OK。咁所以 in a way 係 ，OK，I'll do into the prep work next week. I don't want to say too much this week because 你會好亂 ，OK。So that's one way. So 我哋講 we're still talking about the 12 by 12 placement and framing. OK， 12 by 12嘅紙to me, the easiest is to have 4 pictures. Okay, 4 pictures is the easiest because 4 pictures is what I call symmetrical. Okay, 但係亦都可以多過4個幅相啦。呢一度咧唔止4幅相，呢度1、2、3、4、5、6。OK， 6幅相。咁點樣 create 嗰個 symmetrical 個 effect 咧？就係 by placement 啦。placement 就係你擺到佢四正正。我呢度1、2、3、4、5、6幅 ，OK 嗱，當然咧，你有咁多相嘅時候，你要切啦 ，OK， 要 crop it，you make it small，OK。我有2個位，呢個位我冇相，整到佢有嘢為止 ，OK， 唔好空咗個窿 ，OK。You can in this case is stickers，OK。Have a central point， 有一個重心喺中間。So that your eye would draw into it and everything else I put on. Okay, so this is how I think. Now, again, this is art, okay? I'm just sharing with you what I'm learning. I'm not perfect and nobody need to agree with my taste, but this is how I always think is symmetrical and centering, okay? 有個重心，有個balance, okay? 所以但係4幅相係最容易嘅嗱，我俾你睇最容易。What I mean by 最容易就係我唔使諗嘅，因為係what I call a no-brainer。嗱呢個就係最容易嘅啦，4幅相 ，OK， 唔使 crop 添嘅，因為4×6，OK， 4個拍埋，中間個窿，即係每邊全部係1寸嚇，呢個係最快嘅。如果你好緊張要做一個 project overnight 咧，唔得閒啊，費事剪啊。嗱呢啲連邊都冇啦，睇唔睇啊？呢幅相咧 ，actually 我做過好多呢啲，我連邊都冇，紙都慳翻啊 ，OK。但我將佢一吸埋嘅時候，中間有個窿，呢邊4邊係我框 ，I framed it, isn't it? Right? So this is what I call the lazy person framing. You just have to have one thing inside here that really pops, okay? And this one is not really pop. It's just say cutting the cake, okay? And because she was cutting the cake, I was cutting the cake, and that's it. You know? So when you see a picture like that, you kind of, oh, okay. 切結婚蛋糕 ，that's it， OK， 人哋睇咗人哋知啊 ，that's the story， right？And 呢度上邊有位，我將佢褪落去，擺個 label。如果你唔褪嘅時候，你將成幅相褪上嚟嘅時候咧，你可以連 label 都慳翻。總之中間就塞咗啦 ，OK？This is the easiest is 4 pictures. Odd number always is a challenge. Because odd number you cannot be symmetrical, so you make it symmetrical like this, OK？ You make it symmetrical by putting In my case, I put it in the middle and I create 2 columns on the side. It is symmetrical again, right? So, and you will find that the 12 by 12, you really can't squeeze 4 pictures in here unless you really cut them smaller. And then, yeah, it really depends on your picture. You can put 4 pictures if you like, okay, if you can fit it in. So this is a 3 picture, okay? See now, this is a little bit more elaborate 4 picture. 4 picture in the middle, right? I cut off the corner instead of making it square into a round. Now, these things you have to have tools, okay? Or if you're very 好有心機嘅人，揾一個橢圓形嘅嘢就擺喺中間，剪咗佢，再剪咗細啲嘅 ，then you have a like a 點講，即係有個邊啊 ，okay? I mount this 4 picture onto a piece of solid paper before I put this on. Okay, and this is the background, is a colored piece of paper like what you see. Okay, so that's another 4 picture. Okay, now another way of making this is another 4 picture. I don't know if you guys recognize this. This is May right here. That's May and her husband. 4幅相 right? 又係4幅相，但係你整到佢咁咧，仍然係 balance 嘅。Because 我呢度放咗個位出嚟。Okay, so you really can do anything you want, but 4 pictures is the fastest to work with. It's the easiest to work with. Now this is 4 pictures, but can you see this? Okay, this is 4 pictures. I'm trying to show this side, okay? But this picture is long and this picture is sideways. So you just make them as long by putting something on top so that again, they are even. Okay, now, okay? 咁呢度始終呢個係個 band 嚟嘅 ，OK？ 咁呢幅相唔夠大嘛，唔緊要，傷到佢夠大為止 ，OK？That's what framing is， 傷到佢夠大，我呢度擺個 label， 上面擺啲嘢，咁突然之間你呢幅相就好大啦 ，and 佢可以啱啱 match up with 4 by 6嗰邊6寸嗰度啦 ，OK？So these are the ways to do 4 pictures. I have lots of 4 pictures. Okay, these are 4 pictures, all juxtaposition. 嗱呢一啲相咧，嗱呢度5幅相 ，OK， 呢一幅係5幅相 ，OK， 5， but really it's 2 separate division. I put 2 on top, I put 3 on the bottom. There you fit 5 pictures. Okay, so 但係 no matter what I do is I visually section out areas and I subdivide them, and you will notice that my distance between picture in each section is quite even, and that's what creates the symmetry. Okay, 如果你有大有細嘅相咧，頭先講俾你聽，細相可以整到大 ，OK， 大相當然可以 cut 到細 ，OK， 但點樣我都係呃翻佢落去嗰個位，咁佢就唔會覺得參差不齊 ，because all your pictures does not come in exact the same size, and don't forget 有好多 picture 有啲嘢你唔中意咧，你想剪咗佢嘅 ，OK， go ahead 剪咗佢，即係收咗佢。 咁嘅時候你嗰個 size 你就係要 rebuild it back. Okay. Layout. Okay, so did I say everything about layout? Okay, color coordination 講咗啦。Color coordination is just pulling colors from pictures and making that as a background. I just saw this picture. Now, see, this is something that I just saw it. Let me move my camera properly. Okay. I just saw this picture. I noticed that there is a bamboo. There's a bamboo background. You see that? I have paper that looks like bamboo paper. Okay. Now I can easily make this, take that theme and put it on a page that is full of bamboo at the back, and it will work. Okay. I tried that many times. You look at the picture and you go, oh, what do I have? Ah, you have something. Then, so it takes a little bit of time. You just look at the picture that you're gonna frame and look at what's in the picture, not just the people. You pull the color from the picture first, and then you look at the content. Now, in this case, this lady is wearing yellow. And look at, it looks actually very nice with yellow. And you wonder why. It's because that color is popped out from there, okay? 因為嗰個女人着黃色 ，OK？ 所以如果你有個黃色嘅底咧，你要覺得啊幾順眼嘅，點解咁順眼咧？就因為佢裏邊有個黃色。And even then， 佢呢個黃色唔係佢嘅 dominant color，right？ 因為咁多人係佢一個着黃色，但係你用嗰個黃色嚟雙嘅時候咧，就會靚啦。So this kind of thing is very funny. You know, you really learn very quickly over time. 嗱，呢個黃色 still work 嘅 ，OK？ 但係如果你突然間你將佢擺張紫色嘅咧，我就唔知啦，我就覺得點解用紫色啫 ？I don't know. Okay, so and don't forget colors. There's a lot of shades too. Okay, 黃色都有好多種唔同嘅黃，有陣時 color time， 尤其是紅色 ，okay, especially red. If you have a red and you have a red that is not the same, look again. It might clash. Okay, so I don't know. The eyes is like that. 綠色尤其是綠色好多 shade 嘅 there's tons and tons of greens, okay? So you might want to be careful with certain colors when you pull colors. When you see a green paper and you see green, make sure they blend or they balance well. Otherwise, it actually look kind of like, it doesn't look right. I don't know how to say it, but just like 唔順眼 the Chinese one, right? Then you go, oh yeah, because the color 唔順眼. Okay. Placement, 我講咗. What else do I want to say? Oh, one more thing. 你個 shape 啦 ，OK？ 嗱 shape 呢樣嘢，你哋而家 you don't have much tool, so it's a little limited for you. But I'm talking to people who actually are interested in pursuing this art, and I promise you, when I see you, I will let you use my tool. Do you see this picture? This is actually in Brussels, in Belgium. 呢個係佢哋一個 park 裏邊一個 structure 嚟嘅 ，OK？ When I saw this, I thought of this shape, and I have this shape in terms of a cutter. So I use this to mount it, okay? And it's that simple. Things just work when you do that, okay? I'll show you this. When I first bought that shape, I didn't know what to do with it because I didn't know if it would look good. But then when I started making this travel album, I really like it because look at what I can do. I'm trying to show you. So this is that one I did. What happened to the other pages? Okay, there it is. Okay. So I use the same shape. And now this is framing now, okay? This is a frame, and this is because you have so many frames, you can have one without frame, and yet it has a frame. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, I don't need to have exactly the same in every one, but these two sides have no frame, but because they are set right against the frame, so the whole page look framed, okay? Now 呢個又係啦，呢個 actually 呢個係from this, I think of this. 似唔似個摩天輪啊 ？Right？ 我見到個摩天輪，我就諗起我可以咁樣 build 我個 page。 and it will actually work. But these are all different scenes from London. They're not necessary. It's only this one that triggered my thought. Say, oh, I'm going to use this. So it creates like a mini, what do you call this? I forgot what it's called. Ferris wheel. Yeah, the Ferris wheel reminds me of this shape that I have. Then I build it and make it to look like one. Okay. So again, framing, shape can trigger your thought. Color can trigger your thought. Definitely the content. So anything that you have an idea or you want, explore it by creating a paper that you don't have. Out in the market, there are tons and tons and tons of paper with different pictures, pattern, whatever. And to be honest, you cannot buy everything that you want, okay? It's impossible. But if you can create it out of what you want, what you see and what you like, you cannot find a picture of a Ferris wheel. 你揾唔到個公仔，但係如果你能夠 create 個公仔咧 then you succeeded, okay? Oh yeah, sorry, one more thing. I meant to show you this. Oh, 呢度有幅。嗱 ，background and the content and the placement 啊，呢啲係紐約嘅相 ，OK？ 咁我就有幅係張卡嚟，唔知你去紐，如果你旅遊咧，你有時好多 pick up 好多呢啲咁嘅紙啊 brochure 咁。咁我呢度有位 ，OK？ 咁呢個隔離呢邊有位，我冇相啦。OK， 嗱，你睇到我有個空窿啊 ，OK， 嗱，呢3個地方係個窿，一個窿一個窿一個窿，咁我冇相喎，點算咧 ？I need to fill it. I know I need to fill it. I cannot just walk away with like 3個窿。Then I just take paper, red, white, and blue, the American color, okay, and put strips. Okay, now this case it worked. Okay, Nika is like a trying to resemble the Empire State Building, okay, because it's sitting on this side. So I just use strip of the background paper is blue, okay. So I just use red and white strips and create a facade of a building. I need to fill this. I was gonna do the same, but then I thought, do something a little different. Do a strip. So when you look at the page, it actually works. And I take a circle, an oval, and I cut it down to strips. Okay, I did a white and a red, and I cut it down to strips and smack it on here. Now I fill up my page. Okay, and this is a 4-picture page too. You can see that, right? 4-picture page. But I have to say, I cut off this picture is because there are people behind in the picture. I don't want those. They become the subject, and I don't even know these people. So that's another thing, a trick is, you need to cut out pictures. If you need to, you can superimpose picture on your picture to hide something. You can also cut it out and cover it with something, or if there's a flaw or something. So that's why in scrapbooking, they would重疊, okay? You would see overlap. Overlap 有陣時好多我自己唔記得咗。I think 呢度後邊有一架飛機喺度嘅 ，okay? I think I remember. And I go, what is that? Like a 直升機. I just want to show the Statue of Liberty. So what I do, I put something on it and it covered it. Okay? And same with people, especially with people. You can be taking a picture and all of a sudden somebody appear in your finished picture and go, what's that guy doing in my picture? Well, no problem. Find a way to cover it up, okay? Without ripping the picture out, without cutting it out. But sometimes you can cut it out. It depends on where the image is, okay? Depend on where the image is. So this is thinking about your content and creating things in the background is part of the placement, all right? Okay. Trying to see if I forget anything. I was gonna say, what time is it now? Oh, it's 2:01, okay. I was trying to say also color for pictures give you a lot of if it's old picture, I start out with talking about old picture of black and white of your ancestor. Look for paper that resemble things that are old. Okay, there definitely designs that as soon as you see it, you think of the old world, and there are definitely designs that you think of it, you see it and say this is the 60s, like the hippie age, because color also trigger thoughts. Okay, like for example in the 60s, do you guys remember 喺60年代一個轉嗰個粉紅色、綠色嗰啲花，係嗰啲真係嬉皮士嘅時代嘅嘢。OK， 你用嗰啲紙咧，你一諗就人哋唔使講，一睇嘅紙你就第一樣諗係 60s。OK， 1960 in that era。所以 when you do old pictures, and I like doing really old black and white pictures because black and white pictures you can have very colorful background. Okay, you can have very colorful background like this one. Okay, these are all black and white, but then I would pick the brightest color, the most patterned paper to put these pictures in because they will actually look really nice. Because 嗰啲相係黑白相 ，OK， 所以用啲好燦爛嘅、好光即係可以話好 busy 嘅嘢嚟 back up black and white picture. OK。And 呢個 set actually it's accidental. It's like 我話過我好中，即係5幅相好難，但係因為嗰陣時啲相好細，所以呢個咧你 build 一個 cross 咁咧，即刻變咗 symmetrical， 你睇得到？ And then what I do is I put black frame around all of it. Then it's all framed, and then behind a very old picture. And some of these decals is actually it reminds me of old antique frames too. I mean antique stuff too. Okay. So these are the kind of stuff you have to look for it. They don't sell it like everywhere, but I just happen to find it. Okay, so there are places for these really, really bright paper. Okay, I think I've been talking for an hour. And is there any questions? Is there anything else that you guys want to know? But the best thing is to start doing it. Okay, it's not good to just listen. Once you start making some, then you can do adjustment. You can change things up. One of my trick is I would use a piece of plain paper. For example, if I want to make these pictures, I would put them down. Okay, I would put down the pictures, and I actually would think I would start putting down the frame, but I don't stick everything down. Okay, I just put the frame down. I would put it down like that. Okay, just 擺低晒佢. Okay, and then what I do is I actually let it sit overnight. When you come in the morning, just look at it. 因為你成日 if you're constantly working on one sheet of layout, 你整下你覺得唔靚嘅，唔好睇嘅。但係 there's only so many times you can change your mind, right? So I would pick something that I think, okay, I'm happy with this, walk away from it. Okay, walk away from it even for 2 hours. I always leave it overnight. 第二朝起身一望落去 yes, I like it. 咁我就即刻黐啦。所以唔好即刻黐，因為你即刻黐咧，你一定 you will regret. OK， 你一定會後悔。哎呀，黐咗落嚟唔喐噶啦。所以就係 this is different from 畫畫 ，right？ 畫畫你畫咗上去就畫咗噶啦。但係 scrapbooking 又好咧，擺喺度順唔順眼咧？有時翻嚟話，咦點解咁即係咁廣嘅咧？咁 OK， 我試下我擺個 frame， 乜擺個 frame 咪好似好睇啲喎。咁好啦，你整3個 frame，OK？ Then walk away。有時你翻嚟咧，你話哇 ，it's too much，OK？ 好亂，我唔中意咁多嘢。咁你所以 give yourself about a day，OK？I do，I really do，OK？Another trick is 你哋用嗰啲你哋要分開你啲相 ，OK？ 因為I'm assuming that you don't have the protector， And what I do is I take an empty protector and I put all my pictures in that bag, in that protector. I put all the paper that I want, the color, I put it in there, okay? Because you start forming this idea, and then 就攞嗰張大紙出嚟開始擺 ，OK？ 咁你可以成本簿20張紙。I think last week 有人問你想做一個 album for yourself， I would pick 所有相掟晒落去。嗱，兩邊唔同啊嘛 ，right？ 所以一邊嗰啲相向嗰邊就係嗰邊啲相 ，OK？ 咁你反轉去咧，嗰啲相攝落嘅時候，嗰啲相向上你就另一邊 ，OK？ 就擺兩張紙，擺一張譬如一邊係黑嘅，一邊係黃嘅咁啊隔咗佢啦 ，right？Just 掉晒啲嘢落個袋嗰度 ，before you start。Because 如果唔係嘅時候咧，你唔 if you do not distribute all your pictures， 你做下你要發覺，哎呀呢幅相唔記得咗喎。哎呀，嗰幅相係屬嗰邊嘅喎，咁你又好亂啦。The reason I share with you is I make all this mistake, okay? It's not because I know it, it's because I made all the mistakes. So now I have a system. I will put down the back sheet, I will throw in all the pictures, and then I look my table and my bag, no more picture left. I know all the pictures are in there in that order. Then I pull out one sheet at a time and work on it. And that way, the chances of missing a picture or duplicating a picture and that happen is a lot less. Okay. I think I would stop talking. I'm sure you guys are tired of listening. So I saw one, let me see, I saw one chat. Oh, need to get the email first. Okay, I will set up that. I'll ask May to send it. Otherwise, if May does not have time to do it, I will send this one to you, okay? May, but I'm asking our director, May, because I did send her an email last week. If she sent that out to you, then you will have a short list. Oh, sorry, one more thing I didn't say last week. If you're serious in scrapbooking, please buy one of these, okay? These are called self-healing mat. You know what? Sue has one. Sue?
Yeah.
It's right here, right? She has a self-healing mat. And if any of you are, if any of you are quilters, 你哋有冇人做 quilting 㗎？ Quilting 嗰啲版 is the same. 如果你去 Yeah, okay. 如果你哋唔做 quilting, you won't know what I'm talking about. But 嗰啲 quilters 用呢啲版嘅 ，because 呢個版你可以揾把刀界落去咧 ，OK？ 佢係會界花，但係佢唔會界爛嘅。That's what is called self-healing because 佢 somehow 個 material 佢會封翻埋。I don't know why, but 我係見到好多花，但係佢冇點講，即係 you will not catch. That's why. 如果你譬如揾塊木板咧，你刮咗時候咧。佢咪試起晒咯 ，right？ We catch it。但呢啲叫 self-healing mat，OK？Now I would give you a hint。我個女用嗰啲砧板，即係唔係砧板 ，sorry，it's cutting board，but you know the hard plastic. I don't know what material. You see it on the market all the time, right? Probably you have some at home. She used them and she said to me, I couldn't clean it very well because I keep cleaning it and it looks moldy. Okay, and she said, Mom, I don't want it because, so she went and used the bamboo, like the wooden cutting board. So she gave me those cutting board that she discarded. I find they work too, okay? Because the point is that if you want to cut using a razor, these ones, you want to have a thing like that when you work, especially when you cut shape, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna damage your table, damage a lot of things. So, Sue, do you have that sheet that I sold to you? Those ones, the green one, yeah. If you
it's good to use it.
Yeah. Do you have it right there with you? Can you show it to them?
Okay, I have to go and get it.
Okay, go and show them, please. Yeah. So those are, you can buy one for like $10. Okay. This one is a little thicker. The one that Sue has is only $10. This one is a little thicker. I don't know if you can see the thickness of it. Anyways, it's a good investment. But I'm surprised you guys don't quilt. There's so many of you here. Quilters, they all have these because they can cut material on it with a roller blade. So it's very durable. And unless you go and burn it, you can't destroy this thing, okay? It's very, very durable. But it's, yeah.
That's what I have.
Yeah. There it is. There it is. Sue, yours is a 24-inch long too, right?
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, that's a really good one. 我呢個冇咁長 ，OK？ 我呢個唔知得17寸長嘅啫。But it's thicker than hers, but it's the same idea. These are called self-healing mat, OK？
喺邊度有得賣啊？
邊度有得賣？哦，所有嘅 Michael 都有得賣。But I'm not a big fan of Michael because Michael 啲嘢好貴。So go look for the 30% coupon, OK？ 先至買。嗰個叫咩名？係咪叫 Cricut 啊？蘇？
係啊。
叫 Cricut, right?
CRICUT。
Yeah.
多啦時多要冇得賣啊蘇。
冇。
冇。
呢個
CRI。你睇唔睇到個名啊？
睇到。
CRI。OK。
Yeah. 但係dollar store 有啲好細個，但係太細個。我以前一開始嘅時候買嗰個好細個，只不過唔知5、6寸，但係你知你切起上嚟嗰幅相都唔止5、6寸啦，咁啊成日 you come off the edge and then you hit your table, right? So no, buy a big one like the one that Sue has is really good. Sometimes I see it on Marketplace. I don't know if你哋are familiar with 喺個 Facebook 上面有 Marketplace in Calgary that 有啲人會賣啲用過嘅嘢 and sometimes they sell new things. So if you guys want, if you really want, I can go look for you and I will send you the information. You can go buy it. Okay. You have to shop around. Okay. Do shop around because needlecraft can be very expensive over time. 但係有陣時 Amazon 好平，但 Amazon 又唔係成日好平。But I find Michael 係成日都好貴。That's all I know. So 千祈唔好買 specialty craft store， okay? Specialty craft store 貴到你黐咗線咯。
Elaine, I got a question.
Yeah.
即係如果我 prepare 放我將會做啲乜嘢，你suggest 每一個 page 咧要 use a different color？ 會唔會 too colorful 啊
？No, it's not. 嗱，因為你擺喺一個OK。Let me show you this. 因為你每次你見到個 page 都係兩幅嘅啫嘛 ，right？ 係啦。You only see two at a time, right？ 咁咪一個 spread 咯。你一個 spread 唔會太 colorful 㗎，因為你次次你睇親咩都係兩邊。如果兩邊 as long as 兩邊唔係撞晒嘅時候就 OK 㗎啦。明唔明啊？
咁即係我講嗱，如果我 suppose 我有8個 page， 咁我咧就16個 color， 會唔會 too much 啊
？No, it's not too much. It's not.
Okay.
The reason is 你 display at least in this way 你 display 咧，你只係兩邊，你唔係16個 color 出晒嚟啊嘛 ，right？
Yeah.
咁有陣時我會咁排啦，我會兩邊 try to make them 即係
color coordination。
係啦 ，try to be。但係如果唔可能，我咪將佢轉啦，我將呢一幅擺去另一邊，等佢兩個嗱。有陣時係有嘅嗱，你睇嗱，我橙 actually 嗱 this is the interesting thing when you talk like that. It depends on 你個 story。做嗰個 story 係呢個 page 情 flow into the page。嗱呢個因為嗱呢個係個 three ring 啊，你睇到個 three， 我上次講過啦 ，right？ 但係咧，如果呢啲 page 咧唔係 three ring 嘅咧，你睇唔睇到佢係黐埋㗎？其實可以一版全版過。嗱呢一個係已經係 higher level of scrapbooking 啦 ，Angela，OK？ 就係你呢邊整半個 image， 呢邊繼續，好靚嘅 ，OK？ 好靚嘅，你可以整兩幅相喺呢個角，喺兩幅相呢個角。咁一望過去咧，直情 because you're trying to use this as a canvas, that's the whole idea。咁你可以唔係一定話，我唔可以話你一定呢個紙呢個又係紙㗎，唔係㗎 ，right？ 所以 be colourful，yeah，be colourful。There's no such thing。 the fact is that you will not, in this case, the way you do a scrapbook, you will not have 16 pages all running together. 但係遲啲我想教你哋就係自己整一個 accordion， 成個拉出嚟嘅，係真係16範，係好似啲屏風咁，即係一上一落，一上一落整。But that's for a later stage, okay? But you should try this first, and if you like the art, then we will build albums. 我 build 咗好多 album 啊，因為但係所有啲 album 弊在就係俾晒人㗎啦。因為人哋唔叫我，我都唔會同佢係人哋啲相嚟嘅，唔係我啲相嚟，咁我唔會 keep 嘅啫。我亦都 I don't feel right like 去影相留念 because 呢個係人哋嗰啲私隱嚟嘅。So I usually 我人哋嗰啲相我同人哋做咗之後咧 ，actually I don't even remember what it looks like。有陣時有啲人俾我睇翻我啊，咁我心諗，咦，我點解嗰次諗到會咁做咧？咁我幾好 ，OK。咁 so it's okay，OK，just 嗱呢度好多 sticker， 呢一啲係。呢一幅咁咧冇人嘅 ，OK？It's called Taste of Japan. You see that? And so I just there's all circles and ovals. 嗱呢啲係 sticker 嚟嘅，呢啲全部係 sticker 嚟嘅。Okay? And this is a travel album. 嗱，你去旅遊時候咧，呢啲咧係嗰啲飛嚟啫 ，right？ 咁我咪 frame 俾佢咯，幾好玩嘅 ，right？So scrapbook is both. It's you have to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, don't drag yourself. But once you get into it, my goodness, there's so many things you can do. 嗱，呢啲紙咧，嗱呢個係我係想做博物館，所以呢張紙咧係水嚟嘅嘛。所以外邊喺個 market 度乜嘢紙都有㗎 ，OK？ 你要乜嘢紙都有㗎，有沙、有水、有沙漠、有天，乜都有 ，OK？So there's no limit. OK? There's no limit. Before COVID， 而家梗唔好啦 ，right？ Before COVID， 揾個下晝我走去 Michael 度，淨係望下嗰啲紙，逐張去注視下，睇，然之後諗下嚇，我可唔可以用呢啲紙咧？咁喺嗰度嘥成個幾鐘頭。而家唔敢，而家邊度都唔敢去啦。Okay, next week 我就講why don't we make it like this, ladies? At least some of you try to put in a page today this week, okay? And show us. Because it's not interesting if we just listen to me talk. Try to put a page together of your pictures, 4 or 5 or 3, up to you, and show us, okay? 因為上個 round 有個 lady 佢整咗佢個 husband 打乒乓波，佢整得好好啊。Actually, may I ask Angela, is Elaine your sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did a really good job, right? She put together some pictures, but I think she did not carry on. I don't think she carried on. So
She is too busy.
yeah, she's too busy. So yeah, it would be nice to see some of your pictures. I would try to do. I am very busy this week too, but I'm gonna try and set this page up. If I can finish it, I will set it up and show you guys. Okay, see if I can do a black and white page. Maybe not these pictures. These pictures are too small. Oh, there's another. Okay, sorry. Let me just finish it. Sorry, I keep talking. If you have 3 pictures like this, right? One way to make them not as small is to put a band on it. For example, like this. Put it on a band and frame it. Okay. And it will all of a sudden it will look bigger. Honestly. Okay. So sometimes, yeah, if you don't want to go develop pictures, but this one I really need to redevelop. It's so small. It's too small. Look at how tiny it is, right? But I can do 3, especially if there's a theme. You know, 呢個係個媽咪同個女，咁我會咁擺啦 right? And then I make a big band on a 12 by 12. I actually would make it really nice on the side because these are black and white. 其實用好舊嘅相咧，仲多嘢玩，因為而家我哋嗰啲好 modern 嘅相，好多顏色，好多人嗰啲，咁你唔想 compete with the background， so you try to tone down your background。但係嗰啲舊嘅相、古老嘅相咧，因為佢哋多數係黑白相， 多數係啲人坐到靜靜喺度，即係冇乜嘢 ，nothing happening 嘅。咁嘅時候咧 ，scrapbooking you can really add it up and tell the story, and it be very very colorful. So Angela, don't be afraid of colors, okay? Color is the game. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not artistic. I don't know whether
Everybody
I can
say that.
color
Everybody
match.
say that. I don't want to show you. I was going to show you this today. I want to show you the very first page I did as a scrapbooker in 2008, and how far we've come. So that's why you start. You have to start. Once you start, even you can tell yourself, oh, I could have done that. The next time, do that. Right?
Yeah.